How good is Kobbie Mainoo? The 18-year-old wonder kid has been amazing fans from all over the world in the last months. But is he really as good as people think he is? We've been studying him for the past weeks to find out how good he actually is, and what we found out is mind-blowing. Kobbie started playing football at a very young age, and his talent was clearly notable as instead of playing with his peers, he was playing with older kids. He was already a great dribbler, and was able to play as a midfielder but also as a winger. He had great strength. He would also score many goals. He didn't start at the Manchester United Academy though. In fact, before joining the Red Devils, Mainoo was playing for Cheadle and Gatley. After spending some time there, Kobbie and his father went looking for a youth team across Manchester, and after some research, they met Ian Kelly, the coach of Failsworth Dynamos, a club in East Manchester, where Mainoo went on to surprise everybody with his skills at a young age. Then, at the age of 9, Mainoo was finally able to join Manchester United's academy, and his ability to still perform amazing even in the academy of such a massive club wasn't going unnoticed. Everybody was surprised. In May 2022, Kobbie signed his first professional contract with Manchester United. After years being one of the most important players of the youth academy, he finally had his debut on January 10, 2023 against Charlton Athletic. His skills were now being watched by an even larger portion of fans. He only kept getting better and better. In November of last year, he had his first Premier League start in the 3-0 win over Everton. Sure, most of the spotlights went on Garnacho's beautiful goal, but Mainoo's incredible game didn't go unnoticed. And after the match, he started playing more and more in the first team, as well as becoming a fan favorite for the Manchester United fans, because of his love for the club and the passion and dedication he shows. As you probably remember, he scored 2 important goals over the last few weeks, one against Newport and also the crucial stoppage time winner against Wolverhampton. It wasn't a normal goal, just look how perfect it is. So after this premise where we saw the rise of Kobbie Mainoo from a little kid with a dream to regularly playing for Manchester United, let's go back to the main question. How good is he actually? To answer this question, let's have a look at Kobbie's ability on a tactical aspect. First of all, as you probably know, he is a defensive midfielder. But many people believe it's the wrong position for him, as he's got great attacking abilities too. And this isn't something that we're making up. Even England's coach, Gareth Southgate, believes that. In fact, he said he's been watching Mainoo's progress closely, and that he believes that he could be put in more attacking positions, as well as he believes he's a really progressive player. I mean, you just saw how good his goal against Wolves was. In that goal, he showcased his dribbling and shooting skills. As we also saw before, Mainoo was also playing as a winger when he was a youngster. This just goes to prove he's also great offensively. Do you know who Man United legend Rio Ferdinand compared Mainoo to? Clarence Seedorf. This comparison isn't completely wrong. Both players share similar traits. They are well-rounded, hard-working, gifted with pace, but also strength, and an underrated goal-scoring ability. Seedorf was what we define today as box-to-box midfielder, and we believe this kind of position is also what fits Mainoo, instead of a simple defensive midfielder. Mainoo is a really dynamic player, and this trait was really needed for a Manchester United midfield that was lacking exactly that. Casemiro and Eriksen are both elite players, don't get me wrong, but both of them either lack offensive or defensive traits, but also the pace and stamina to keep running up and down the pitch for 90 minutes. A super dynamic and well-rounded player like Mainoo, despite the young age, helped a lot Manchester United, who are rising back in the Premier League tables after a tough start. Dominating in the Premier League pitches is something that not even some of the most elite players are able to do. But if Mainoo is able to fully showcase all his skills, it's also because of a very important trait that makes all of this possible: his mindset. Being able to resist all of the amounts of pressure you are put on when playing regular first-team football, especially in one of the most watched clubs in the world, isn't easy at all. We've seen so many great players crumble under pressure, even though they had great qualities. Just think about players like Sancho or Maguire. They all had great talent, but they lacked mental strength. And that's why they didn't showcase their talent fully. We all know how hard the Premier League is under this aspect. You could go from being the hero of a club one week to being trash the other week. The media puts so much useless pressure on the players there and in that scenario. You could either crumble under it or resist it and do your best, which is exactly what Mainoo is doing. And if he's also able to play flawlessly without caring about the media's pressure, another reason is the love of his fans. All the support makes him do a lot better on the pitch. He's already becoming a fan favorite. Did you hear about Mainoo's heartwarming gesture for a Manchester United fan? Supporter Daniel Colleen shared on a Twitter story about a very emotional moment in his family. His dad Vincent sadly passed away while fighting cancer, and one of the last memories Daniel had with his dad was none other than Kobbie Mainoo's last-minute winner against Wolves. Vincent celebrated and said, "That's why you watch United." Daniel said that for his household, Mainoo's already a hero and he's Daniel's 7-year-old son's favorite player. This story got to Mainoo, who invited the family to watch a Manchester United game. He's also a fan favorite because of how much effort he puts while playing, as we said before. Even Roy Keane said that he looks like a Manchester United player after the Everton game, making us understand how much he embodies all of the traits to play in the club. So now that we had a look at pretty much everything about Mainoo, it's time to answer the question, how good is he? For us, he's definitely going to be one of the best players in the years to come for Manchester United. A player with all of these traits can easily succeed. He's just got to keep moving in the same direction he's moving right now. But we want to know your opinion too. After watching this video, let us know your take on Mainoo in the comments. And also, before you leave, if you like this kind of video, you can watch the ones we made about Vitor Roque and Yildiz.